Okay, I've already applied everything on the first panel, and the only thing I have left after making all my cuts is I have this channel that I need to stretch in. Now there's a proper way of stretching this channel to prevent lifting. I've left plenty of room here in my channel for the vinyl to be nice and relaxed. I don't want to work any of it in yet. Now what I want to do next is get my heat gun and turn it up and start heating the vinyl. I want to start on this back edge first because I'm going to work my air out towards the exposed areas. So set your heat gun on a high setting, and as you see, the vinyl, as soon as I hit it with heat, it starts changing the properties of the vinyl. You can get it real nice and warm with the heat gun. You want to get it to about 125 to 150 degrees. And you'll be able to tell if you don't have a heat gun or an infrared gun, the vinyl will start to look really nice and relaxed, and you won't have any edges on it that look like it's tugging. Like this looks like it's getting pretty soft. I want to go over it just a little bit more with some heat to make sure I got it nice and hot. Now I have this to the proper temperature. I want to drop my heat gun, take my VCAT roller 2, start in the middle, and use a lot of pressure and force the air out and into the corner, and then do the same thing going towards the bottom. And before the vinyl has a chance to cool off, you want to grab your roller S, slam it down into the bottom groove of this channel, and use a lot of pressure to push that out. What this will do is that this hard roller will help push any of the air out that will cause bubbles later on. Get the inside the channel really well, and I like to take it and make sure I get inside of each edge of the groove as well, on both sides, all the way up and down. Now what you did with that was that you used a lot of pressure on the inside of here. But the VCAT 2 is foamy, so a lot of the pressure wasn't put down on these outside edges. Now it laid the vinyl in there, but you want to take your squeegee and run over these edges one more time inside the groove to make sure you get all the air out of there. And then you want to go ahead and start working on the rest of your channel. Now I have my entire channel worked in, I immediately want to come back to it with the heat gun and post heat it. Now you want to get it to about 225 degrees when you post heat this. With the heat gun, it's going to take you a few seconds to get there. Now you can either use an IR temperature gun to determine whether you're getting it hot enough, or you can look at the vinyl itself. And the way you can tell is that when I'm heating this up, the glue that is melting is spreading out into the channels in between the posts. And you can actually see it happening. when you look at the vinyl really close. You want to post heat any areas that you stretch immediately after stretching it. If you wait, then you can cause the vinyl to start lifting off. You want to go ahead and post heat it before it has any chance of regaining its memory back. The heat will help break its tension down. It'll also make sure that you have a nice solid bond with the adhesive. So I'm going to go ahead and post heat all the areas I've just stretched. And I'm also going to immediately post heat all of my edges where my vinyl is touching the vehicle. Now that I have everything applied on here, I'm going to go ahead and apply my post heating to all of my edges. I like to go ahead and post heat the panels as I do them. That way I know that when I move on to the next piece, everything on this first piece has been fully completed. So I'm going to go ahead and start now with all my edges. Make sure I get everything to 225 degrees. And that way, when I'm done doing my total install, I can come back and look at any edges to make sure there's no lifting.